If you're watching Dawn, thank you. This is the sweetest. And it can hang over my stand and I don't lose my scissors. Bought this hoop secondhand from the sewing basket, and it wasn't in super condition. It was rusty. The metal parts had rusted, and here at the top where they've stapled things together, the staples had rusted. And through sharing on YouTube, I learned that I should wrap my hoops. So I wrapped the inner hoop with calico, and so that solved my issue of the rusted staples. I bought new hardware from Bunnings, our hardware store, and I also lined this outer hoop, the inside of it, with felt. And so it grabs really well now, and I'm loving it. It's really good to work from a hoop for your posture, because it brings it up so that you're sitting upright and looking fairly straight ahead, instead of having your neck bent. So I'm just using that eucalyptus ophir silk from Colour Streams. Now, I tend to find in all the work that I do, I naturally go too tiny. So I'm trying my best here to go larger, and I'm also amused by the fact that I intended to do feather stitch, but my hand is instead doing fly. Now I've come this far, I'll just keep going. It'll be okay. I've drawn a blue outline. Where I want the piece to sort of go. I bought this off Etsy. This is a magnetic needle threader. So I tend to sit it towards the edge of my hoop so I can use that to thread the needle, because I can thread the needle this big by myself, but this is much easier. So why wouldn't you? And being magnetic, it's a good place to throw your needle so you never lose it. Righto, let's get some more of this gorgeous thread. They really do get in quite the tangle. So with my silk threads, I tend to take them off the skein and just put them on bobbins. I bought this at the sewing basket at Balmain. What a treasure. And I wish I had more of these. Beautiful wooden bobbin. But then when I ran out of space on that, I thought, oh, why not just use the sewing bobbins and these beautiful rings. They're silicone and they really just hold it in well so it won't unravel. I love organising craft supplies. I actually find that as much fun, or perhaps more even, as making things. I find it very, very relaxing to sort things out and organise them. And having tangles like this drives me nuts. This is my bundle of unused threads. So, you know, when you're working on something and you've cut off a piece and, you know, you've got a little bit left or whatever, I tie them to this ring and then that goes in my little sewing caddy for me when I'm stitching on the go. Have I ever shown what I stitch when I'm on the go? I'm not sure. So in here I just have those, and I have a bundle of silk ribbon and random beads. You know, my other beads are definitely all sorted out in beautiful colours. But I basically have offcuts of fabric, scraps, that I've drawn a circle on. And I'll be able to tell you. There you go. It's a 6 centimetre circle. They're all ready to go. And so when I'm on a train or stuck waiting for an appointment, I just stitch something, anything. It's a good time to try out different stitches, different colour combos that maybe you wouldn't normally do. Use up little bits of thread. Give different techniques a try. Oh, that's a little flower. That was given to me by Christine. Sitting in here waiting to be used on the right project. That little snippet. So that's what I do with... so this is my handbag, because I'm not a handbag girl. Stick my phone in it and away I go. And I've got something to keep me occupied. I've pulled out these two silk ribbons. This one's called Ashes of Roses. It's from Maytime Heirlooms in South Australia. Beautiful, beautiful ribbons. And because we've got a touch of blue here, I've got this one as well. I'm not sure where I got it because I've got it on the peg. I'm quite liking that too. I think I might use that. Okay, let's cut a length. Not too long. So with silk ribbon, you stab through the end that anchors it on so you're not going to lose it. Okay, so what I'm going to attempt here is one of those ribbon roses. I'm always very awkward at it. So if it turns out right, I know I've done it right. Oh, I might need a bigger chenille. I don't know where through. Oh, pretty. Well, I'm happy with that, so let's call that correct. Might go every second one. I tell you, silk ribbon gives you the best fun when you're embroidering because it just turns out so pretty, doesn't it? Will we come a bit closer?
It was our wedding anniversary in November, and we had a lovely weekend away at Woolloomooloo. They had these incredible sculptures. I just fell in love with these two, but can't afford them and have nowhere to put them. But I really admired the artistry of the sculptors that made these pieces. And we headed up to Blackheath in the Blue Mountains, and look at these incredible street gardens. So they've got gorgeous plantings, and you can see the butterflies going crazy for the plantings, and the cicadas very, very vocal already. Coming back to my piece, I really want to fill in the gaps, and I'm going to use Jennifer Clouston's latest book to get some stitching ideas.
This is surely going to do the job, isn't it? Okay. Let's see if I've... Oh, that's right. This is how this is different to that. Can you see there's a metallic thread through it as well? And I think it's that that has been causing me grief. Let's see if this bigger needle is going to make my life easier or harder. You know, a bigger needle is harder to get through many layers. Typically like stitching with really tiny needles. Anyway, let's see what happens. Okay, so, nope, not ready for you yet. Actually, it starts out with a straight stitch, 3 straight stitches. Where are we going to put you? Here. Camera. Okay. Okay, now I'm probably going to do it over here as well. Actually, no, that not there. Maybe down here. So I will come out there in readiness for doing that and park you over here somewhere. Thank you, needle. Okay, here goes. I'm going to do the center one first. Oh, no problems at all. It just came right on through. Isn't that big? Might be a bit big for the scale of things, but oh, I see. Do you see what I've done wrong? So Jennifer shows us 3 and then 1 either side. I've done 1 and then 1 either side. Well, what do we do about that then? I was curious about the 3 petals, so I'm going to do the 3 petals. This one's going to end up a bit close to that flower, so I should have angled them this way. I think this is where drawing things out first can help you feel your space better. I might try that next time. Cute. I think down here, sorry if my arm got in your way. Do you know, I think I'm a bit of a backwards worker. I think I need to do the flowers first and then join them up with stems later. Why don't I try that? This big needle is working out well with this thread. There you go. It's a bit like, you know, they say there's no such thing as bad weather. Just poor outfit choices. Maybe there's no such thing as bad threads. It's just poor needle choices. Get the right needle, makes a big difference. There's variation in this section of the thread, which is a shame. All right, so then let's go backwards. Do you know this thread choice? This is from Colour Streams. It's Ophir silk, so it's about, they say, like equivalent to a pearl 8. And so that's quite thick for me for how I work. But I'm noticing that on this textured background, so where I've got, cheesecloth over with a lace doily over, it's disappearing a lot, isn't it? So a thicker choice for the main stem would have been better. Like this sort of thickness is sticking out well, so maybe like a 5. Anyway, I'm finding this works out better for me. Do flowers first and then join the stems, because then I'm making sure I'm getting the spaces right while I'm just learning how to stitch in this way.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate having you here. See you next time.